Now today I'll be continuing on with part 2 of what happened to Australian pop stars Bardot. So essentially Popstars was trying to manufacture a group out of the Australian talent pool and kind of turn it into Australia's Spice Girls. Now guys, really you probably think, were Bardot ever on the level of the Spice Girls? Well, I can tell you now, they were so popular for a short time in Australia that you would really have to say they were up there.
Coming to you from a basement studio somewhere down under, it's the 80s Show with Australia's Retro Man. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man.
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s Show. Now today I'll be continuing on with part 2 of whatever happened to Australian pop stars Bardot. Guys, we have some juicy stuff to get through today. We'll start by saying there was a loss of a band member. Yes, one had to step away. There was the introduction of a new band member. And guys, I'll be going through all of that today, plus I will be taking a look at their debut album, Bardot. This is the cover right here, the iconic cover in pink, and we'll talk some more about that very soon. So guys, basically, after the 5 girls were announced, all of a sudden there was a bit of a scandal on the show. And as a result of that, Bardot, before they even began, lost a band member. This was before they released their first single. That's how early in the piece this happened. So guys, they kind of referred to it as the stealing scandal, and what went down was that Chantel Barry decided to steal $100 of Sophie Monk's allowance. As I understand it, the girls were given $100 spending money per week while they were on the show, and guys, basically Chantel decided, you know, through a bit of juvenile glee, that I need a new pair of shoes, and what I will do is take Sophie's $100 allowance. She won't even know it's missing, and I'll go and buy those shoes, and basically what I will do is replace the money before Sophie even knows it's gone. But guys, things didn't work out for Chantel. The scandal broke. She was caught stealing, and basically Chantel sadly exited the band. So guys, the girls were a little bit upset, but they regrouped and they reintroduced a new girl to the band, and she of course was Tiffany Wood. She was based in Newcastle, and Tiffany was kind of tall and she had a lot of talent. She had a great voice, she had presence, and she was a neat addition to the band. So then all of a sudden they went from 4 back to 5 again. So yeah, Tiffany very quickly became a fan favourite, and they went straight into the studio, guys, to record their debut single, which of course was called Poison. And guys, what a single that was. This was a song that was really, really catchy, and it was the perfect conclusion to that TV show Popstars. As I remember it, at the end of the series, their debut single was kind of announced, and guys, it had a great music video, and remarkably, Tiffany Wood, who was the late addition of the band, was really front and centre in this music video. She kind of kicks off the song, and then all the other girls go and do their little bits. But guys, it all worked out well for the girls, and Popstars was a huge success, as was their first single. So guys, what shortly followed was this album here with this pink cover called Bardot, and this is really a piece of music history here. And guys, it had that eye-catching cover with the girls that were kind of like frozen in time, like robots or statues, call it what you will. It was a really interesting cover, and guys, it was really something different. I think this is Australian music history I'm holding in my hands. I mean, yes, this was a band that was kind of formulated out of a reality TV series, but it was the first reality TV series in Australia, and this band really had something to offer. The girls looked great, they sounded great, they could dance dance, and some of these songs are really cool. I mean, you've got Poison on here, which is track number 4, but let's just jump back a little bit. Number 1 was These Days. That was a great song. And also song 2, I Should Have Never Let You Go, really had a lot to offer as well. And guys, I think there's a lot of great little numbers on here. In fact, there's 12 of them. So guys, if you haven't taken the Bardot album for a spin in recent times, I will say to you now, there is a lot of listening to do here, and you will rediscover that these girls really offered something. They were kind of more than the TV show. Yes, the TV show launched them, but this album is really, really cool for a girl band album. And they had a great sound. So guys, really the next step for these girls was actually out there making public appearances. And they made plenty of them. I mean, the shopping centres were literally packed. I mean, people turned up at places like Westfield in Parramatta, and they kind of turned up, you know, when the centre opened. And even if the girls didn't perform until 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I mean, the fans were there and they were congregating early, and there was a real euphoria surrounding the band. So guys, basically they took off very quick, and if you went to one of these shopping centre performances, it was a real mix of ages. I mean, of course, you got young girls supporting them, but there was older girls, there was teenagers, there was boys, there was people from all walks of life. I mean, everyone in Australia was actually tuned into this TV show. So they were kind of fascinated to see how they would perform on stage. And really, these shopping centre performances, they did so many of them across Australia, were really cool to check out. I mean, you got an older crowd there as well. I mean, you got your mums and dads, your grandparents, everyone wanted to see Bardot. And of course, there was a very, very quick concert series that went on shortly after the show ended. And guys, those concerts really sold out in some places very fast. I mean, these girls really packed them in, and I must say I was curious at the time, and I actually went to a Bardot concert to see what all the fuss was about. I mean, I watched the show, but I really wanted to see them perform live, and I must say I was impressed by what I saw. I went to a concert, it was literally packed out, it was an all-ages show, and really guys, they put on a splendid performance. The singing, the dancing, the music itself. Like I said, once this album came out, there was more than just Poison. There was 12 very interesting tracks here, and they performed those tracks on stage and gave them a lot of zest and a lot of flavour. And I really think for a short time there, they were a fascinating band that came out of this innocent phase of reality TV. And man, they left an impression. So guys, I will be back again very soon with another episode of what happened to Australian pop stars Bardot. And also, I will tell you a little bit more about Belinda Chappell's new book, The Girl in the Band. So guys, I will see you all again for episode 3. But until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and keep watching The 80s Show, because you will never know what is going to pop up next. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Until next time, this is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and just as intriguing as the Bardot story. Please subscribe, and good night, viewers.